When you purchase SureDocs, and that can be purchased as a standalone system, or it comes along, a single license comes with the Pipeline ROI platform. You need to download SureDocs because again, it installs like a printer driver. You'll receive a link and a product key to download the product. Simply click Download SureDocs. This will take a couple of minutes. And I'm going to enter my product key. Again, you can just copy and paste that from the email that you receive. Make sure that you click there, copy and paste. If you're new to SureDocs or you have not had any other software from Pipeline ROI, you'll use a create a new login. If you have not, use your existing, or if you have, use your existing, enter those login credentials, click next. And you've now installed SureDocs and you're ready to go. So now we're going to show you how to use SureDocs. It's our electronic document delivery and signature system that's built into Pipeline ROI. It installs like a printer driver, so the convenience of that is if you're in your loan origination software, you're going to have a list of those documents that are set in that person's file. To be able to upload those to SureDocs, you're simply going to select File, Print, and then SureDocs, because again, you're going to select it as a printer. When you do that, what you're doing is you're uploading that doc set to SureDocs. What I'm going to show you what that's going to look like if I simply click on a blank 1003. Your documents appear on the left-hand side. If there's 1 or if there's 70, it doesn't matter. They're all going to list here. Certain investing lenders have a stacking order that they prefer or that they require. If they do, and this is not that order, you can simply drag and drop that document up the list. Makes it a lot easier for you. Because SureDocs has been designed and built specifically for the mortgage industry, SureDocs recognizes all of the standard disclosures that come with your loan origination software. And I'll illustrate that here. Once I have the documents completed, all of the documents in the list, I simply click Auto Place Tags. And when I do, it's going to ask me who are the recipients, or at least what are their roles in the loan. For this demonstration, I'm just going to select borrower and co-borrower. SureDocs processes that document, finds every place in all of those standard disclosures that there is a signature, initial, or date field for the recipient's role throughout all of that doc set. In this case, it's the 1003. But if I scroll down, I will see that those fields are tagged in every one of those pages. Very convenient. It's not like other solutions that require you to tag each field every time. Very time consuming. This saves all of that. If SureDocs, if you load a document into SureDocs that isn't a standard disclosure that comes with the LOS, a state disclosure, a particular lender disclosure, or a disclosure specific for your company, you can tag those for us, but you're only going to need to do that the first time, and then you can save that as a template. To tag those fields, you simply click Signature, select the recipient's role, drag that where it goes, and drop it there. Same thing for initials. Same thing for date. Once you have those tagged the first time, you can then save that document tagged appropriately as the template for the next time SureDocs is needed to be used. And the next time you need to use that document, it will already be tagged for you. Once you're ready to have it, once you have everything tagged and you're ready to send your docs, you simply click Sign. It defaults to Express Electronic. Please keep it there. Express Electronic is just as valid, and it does not require the person to download a signature page, physically sign the document, fax that back. It is barcoded and it will apply to those documents, but Express Electronic simply makes the process easier, and it's just as valid and just as binding. Click Next. You're going to enter the name, the full legal name of the signer as it's going to appear on the document. And the email address for that recipient. And at this point during live presentations, I usually say, even though it's 2016 and email addresses are free, sometimes people share email addresses. If they do, SureDocs will send an email for each of those recipients to the same email address and require each of them to log in separately. When they log in using the email address and any document password that you assign to that doc, and that's usually the last four of a social security number, the sending computer or the sender at your organization will receive a notification that that particular person has logged in to view their docs. When that notification is sent to the recipient, they do not get that doc set in that email. They get a link to click. When they do, again, they're required to enter those login credentials to be able to view their documentation. That's when that initiates the email address or the email to be sent to the sender. It is time, date, and IP stamped for when that person logged in. That's important for you as far as compliance, because now you have proof that those documents were sent. You have a time, date, and an IP stamp as to when that person logged in to view. Same thing goes for any secondary borrower or co-borrower that needs to apply their signatures to that doc. You'll get another notification, and now you know your doc set's complete. SureDocs is also very thorough in the fact that SureDocs does not allow the borrower or anyone else signing to miss a signature, initial, or date field anywhere on that entire doc set. You cannot receive an incomplete signature doc set. Saves a lot of time, keeps it very orderly. Once the notification is received, you simply open up SureDocs, click on that borrower's name, and now you have an audit trail of every document that was sent in that doc set, and again the time, date, and IP stamp. On the recipient's end, they can also save that doc set pre and post signature, or print that doc set pre or post signature on their end, and it doesn't cost them anything, nor does it cost you anything extra to do that. So now they can have a copy of the documents on their computer. You fulfilled your obligation and requirements of providing those documents at least 72 hours prior to closing. And you have proof that if there was any initial disclosures that needed to happen, the loan estimate, that you needed to be able to deliver at least 72 hours or prior to 72 hours after receiving the loan app, you've got proof that those were sent and viewed and received. Another nice feature of SureDocs is the fact that you can add, if you have a template or a document that you need to sign and that requires data input other than signature, initial, and date. Good example is a credit card authorization for a charge that you may have. You can simply click the text box here. Now you can drag this data input box into whatever field you have, and they can then, that'll be labeled, of course, credit card information or whatever you want to label that. But this provides them a way where they can enter some information. Again, it's secured because it requires them to have that login credentials, and the document is not sent by email. You can also provide a checkbox for an acknowledgement, wherever that needs to be. And if it's, we also have a data input field as well. Same general premise. The text is simply text, of course, and the data input is alphanumeric field.